Hey friends, the direction a person goes when the lights come on. Tell you a lot about them. We've been reading John chapter 3 as be our last video in John 3, 1 to 21. Please go read the whole section. We're going to read verses 19 to 21 and talk about it. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people loved darkness instead of the light because their deeds were evil. And everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. But whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what they have done has been done in the sight of God. See, one of the ways that the Bible describes Jesus is that of light. It calls him light. John does all throughout his gospel. And he says that there's some people that when the light's turned on, they run to the light. And there's others, when the light gets turned on, they run away from the light. And what direction a person runs, it tells us a lot about them. Some people, they don't want their deeds revealed, right? If that's the case, right? Like my little girls, whenever they're hiding something behind their back, they're like, "What do you got, sweetie?" Nothing. Right? They're trying to hide something. That's what John's saying here. To some people that they don't want the light on, they don't want to be exposed. They run from the light. There's other people that they're seemingly in the light, but they're doing good so other people can see them doing good. Here's the irony. When you read the story of Jesus, the people that we would classify as bad, right, as those who were the non-religious, those that didn't go to the church, the synagogue, right, the people that we would assume that wouldn't like Jesus, they all flocked to him. While the religious people who Jesus, like in the last couple of videos, he call them hypocrites because they they were trying to correct other people without dealing with their own stuff, or they were doing good just to be seen by other people. When Jesus showed up, when he turned the light on, they ran from him. See, this idea of who's good and who's bad and who's right and who's wrong, it's not as clear cut as we think. I find it so amazing that the people that you would think would have hated Jesus because of how they lived, right, they're just not doing good, those are the ones that flocked to him. And the ones that were God's chosen people, they ran from him. See, it doesn't absolve a person of their sins if they do bad because they feel no hope and whatever. They run to Jesus because they see the light come on and all of a sudden they got hope. And sometimes those of us that have been in church all of our lives, when Jesus turns the light on and he begins to ask, "Hey, what's your motive there? Hey, are you just trying to be seen by people? Hey, why are you recording yourself being generous? Hey, why, when he begins to question us, it can make us insecure and make us want to run from him. See, the direction a person goes whenever the light comes on, it tells you a lot about them. Hopefully, you guys that are following this and watching, when Jesus turns the light on and he begins to ask questions about why you're doing what you're doing, right? The good that you're doing, you go, "Man, my motives are messed up. Help me get it right." We don't get defensive. We walk with him. We allow him to change our hearts, right? And hopefully, as you are telling people about Jesus and trying to point people towards Jesus, they can see you moving towards him as he turns the light on in your life, so that when the light gets turned on in their life, they can see that Jesus is a safe place to be. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.